Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. A Nigerian woman is now accusing the police of shielding her own fiancé for the act he committed. This is a young Nigerian lady who goes by the name Mary. She alleged that she was assaulted by her fiancé, who is called Isaac, who is a policeman, after discovering that he had a low sperm count a few weeks to their traditional wedding. Mary said that Isaac was diagnosed with low sperm count days after their introduction ceremony, and that shortly after he allegedly poured hot stew on her over the assumption that she would leave him for another man with a healthy sperm count. This is how some people can go to an extent like this. And she stated that though he had been placed on medications, Isaac suspected every phone call she had was from an imaginary lover and accused her of having an affair with men around her, including her own pastor. And Mary did not even get herself involved with any act of such that he was accusing her of. That's what she is saying, that she is not involved with any other man. And this is exactly what Mary had to say. It's really hurting and painful. You can see in the picture that her face is burnt. It may not be so clear, it's blurry because it's the picture is very graphic. It can't be shown fully here. But her face is burnt where he poured the hot stew on her. And this is exactly what Mary had penned down. He was diagnosed with zero sperm count and was placed on medication. He started suspecting every call that I had on my phone. He accused me of trying to run away because of his predicament. Everyone around me then, as long as you are a man, you must be going out with me. He called everyone, including my pastors, and accused them of having an affair with me. We already had our introduction. We were about to do our traditional marriage when I discovered he had the challenges. I threatened to leave him if he didn't adhere to the doctor's advice, but I didn't mean it though. I just wanted him to take his prescriptions seriously. That's exactly what she is trying to explain. And also narrating the incident that led to her deformation, Mary said that she had followed Isaac to the hospital for his treatment, and while coming back, she got a call from her aunt who was on her way to Lagos from Akwa Ibom State. She said the language barrier between them and the long conversation she had with her aunt made Isaac paranoid. And she said this, that Isaac suspected that I was calling another man and had probably disclosed his medical condition to the person, that I couldn't talk to a fellow woman for such a lengthy period. Immediately we got home, he started beating me. He's from Benue State, while I am from Akwa Ibom State. So he doesn't understand my language. I tried to convince him, but he kept on beating me. When I couldn't bear the beating anymore, I decided to force myself out of his room and ran to his neighbor, who was also his very good friend, at a Pedro police barracks, Shomolu. I went to her to seek refuge, but Isaac chased after me. She was in her kitchen cooking stew. I shouted for help and she quickly responded. She tried to stop Isaac while I was hiding behind her. All the kicks and punches Isaac threw at me landed on her body. I escaped into the kitchen when I saw she had left me to face Isaac. Apparently, he overpowered me and had access to the kitchen. I shut the door. I tried to lock it from inside, but couldn't as Isaac was pushing it from outside. He came in. The lid stove with the stew that was on it, he dumped everything on my body. The stove exploded and I was on fire. I ran out of the kitchen in search for water. People downstairs saw me covered in flames and ran to my rescue. They poured water on me and rushed me to the hospital. Mary said she spent 4 months at a Christiana hospital, a private hospital in Shomolu, where Isaac only visited her to mock her. She said it was her family members that picked up her medical bills. And Mary had this again to say. Later, they dragged Isaac to Pedro Police Barracks, where the bill was split into two for my family and Isaac. He signed an undertaking to pay in installments. The doctor at the hospital paid part of the bill. Isaac paid 90,000. My family paid 140,000 naira, and the rest was paid by the doctor. The bill was around 300,000 naira. This is what Mary was actually saying. And she also further stated that she later transferred to the National Orthopedic Hospital, Ibobi, Lagos, where she spent 6 months. She said Isaac never visited her at the hospital nor paid the medical bills. And she also said that 3 stages of surgeries were done, and she was later referred to India for reconstructive surgeries. Her family paid the bills that were almost 2 million, and she was discharged and referred to India for corrective surgeries. Mary said that while she was in the hospital receiving treatment, Isaac sent her sister a message asking her to move on with her life. She said a few weeks later, she received information that Isaac had gotten married to another lady. And Mary still had another information to give out. She said this: he got married while I was still struggling in the hospital. My sister wanted to reach, but people advised her not to do so to avoid 2 people going down. And 4 years later, I lost my sister, my breadwinner. When I lost her, my world shut down. I didn't know where I was. I saw objects in twos. I was frustrated and started looking for ways to survive. I don't have parents. I have no one anymore. I called my lawyer. She offered me accommodation in Abeokuta, so I relocated to Abeokuta in Ogun State, Nigeria. This is what Mary also said. And she approached the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Response Team at the Alausa to get justice. She also stated that in her interview that a letter was written to the Attorney General and former Lagos State Governor Akinwumi and Bode, and that she got an immediate response after she was sent to India for surgeries. And she said she did 2 stages out of the 3 before the coronavirus shut down the whole world, and she still needs to do more surgeries. It is so sad. And she also alleged that the police had refused to arrest Isaac, who she said has failed repeatedly to appear in court. Mary also alleged that the police has been shielding Isaac since all of this had happened, and that though he is on the list of officers to be prosecuted over police brutality following the End SARS protest, is still serving and has not been arrested. And the case is already in court, but the police refused to produce him. She is now saying, please, I want him to appear in court. They have been shielding him all this while. He is number 3 on the list of officers to be prosecuted during the End SARS protest. He is still serving. He has not been arrested. This is what Mary said. According to her, the Director of Public Prosecutions in Lagos sent messages to the State Police Command twice, but no positive response followed them. She said petitions were also sent to the Inspector General of Police by Lagos State without a response. Mary, who is a graduate from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, also said the Lagos Police Command once sent a lawyer to court who promised to bring Isaac to court on the next adjournment date, but both the lawyer and the policeman have failed to come till date. And it's so heartbreaking seeing things that are happening like this. And Mary went on to say this: my way to get justice has been tough and narrow. My sister tried to get justice for me, but couldn't, as the police failed to produce him. Lies upon lies were all we got from the police. So my lawyer dragged the federal government to the ECOWAS court for failing to prosecute him. Till now, Nigeria Police Force still doesn't want to bring Isaac out. I have lost my 2 pinna, that's the external part of my ear, and fingerprints. My right ear can't hear sounds anymore. I also lost my sweat glands. I can't sweat anymore. Doctor said nothing can be done to restore it. I was completely damaged by the flame. I don't go to work. Even if I get a job, it will be difficult because of the heat. Eating a square meal a day remains a miracle. If I expose myself to the sun, I can collapse. I don't put on clothes for a long time. It has no remedy. It will remain like this till my last date on earth, except miracle happens. This is really sad. This is coming directly from Mary herself. This whole issue now, it's so painful and it's really pathetic, because if someone has committed a crime, irrespective of the fact that he is a police person, I think no one is above the law. Everybody should also face the law for whatever crime he or she has committed. And looking at this now, it's so obvious that Isaac is not even ready to come out and face charges for the crime he has committed. But the question will be, can't anything be done about situations like this? Is Isaac in a position that no one can talk to him or no one can bring him out to face charges? I see how they arrest some other people. So why is it difficult to get Isaac arrested for this crime that he has committed? Even people that have had positions before in the society, and if they commit any crime, they are being arrested and asked to face the law. So why is it different for the case of Isaac? That is another question that will be asked. If several attempts to ensure he comes to court has failed, then what is happening even in their own department, him as a police officer? I think they should be the one to even know that what Isaac has done is wrong. There is always consequences against domestic violence. It's not something that is encouraged in any part of the state or country at all. Whoever is involved in the domestic violence act, the man is definitely arrested. They don't leave them alone, especially when the woman has come out to complain. And good thing, she said that the responded when she had gone to allow her to make her complaint in regards to the domestic violence she was facing, that the team had responded promptly to her, which was another good thing. When you go to make such complaints and your voice is heard, you'll feel good. But the only problem she has right now is Isaac not coming out to face the law. So who is keeping Isaac, or who is protecting Isaac from not coming to face what crime he has committed. It's so painful that she has gone through this whole pain. And it's so painful right now, part of her body is not even functioning well. You just be thinking, how is this lady feeling? Knowing that she was healthy, she was okay, fit, and then all of a sudden, all of this happened to her, all because of one man. And this is how some men do. When they are the ones that has fault of not making their wives bear children, they tend to hide it. They tend not to allow anybody know. Some of them would know, they keep it to themselves and they push the blame on their wives. All right, look at, she said all she wanted was, though she threatened that she was going to leave and not continue the marriage with him if he doesn't take his prescriptions. And that was it. And so right now he's always afraid that she is discussing him with other people and having an affair when she discovered that he had the low sperm count. But for some of these men, it's not difficult for them to announce to people that their wives can't bear children. But when it has to do with them having the problem, oh no, don't even talk about it. Otherwise, you would be in for it. Why are some men like that? And why do you go to the extent of hitting a woman? It's not a thing of joy. It's not a thing that should be celebrated. Raising your hand on another woman is another very big crime you commit as a human being, no matter what the woman has done. The law is against domestic violence. You can imagine how all the effort she did to run away from him, this Isaac man was still bent on ensuring that he harmed this lady. And until he had his way, he didn't relent. Why should you treat your fellow human being like this? And it's another painful thing because he never even visited her in the hospital. Even her final bills, he didn't even contribute. Only the 90,000 naira he had contributed earlier, and the previous bills she had acquired from the orthopedic hospital in Lagos, Nigeria, he never even went there to see her or even sort the bill, when he was the cause of this whole predicament that this woman is going through right now. He just ended up damaging part of her body. I pray that the Almighty God will heal her. Right now, she's only waiting and expecting a miracle because doctors have told her that the condition she's going through right now is something that can't be reversed or it can't be fixed. But I know that there is nothing beyond God's own power. All I pray is that God should please do a miracle for Mary, because that's all Mary is requesting for right now, for a miracle, that God should please heal her. And I pray she also gets to settle down and have her own family. From what she's saying, she's been through a lot. You can imagine someone who doesn't have a parent anymore. In those situations, it's really, really difficult fighting on your own or standing alone. Please, guys, what do you all think about this with regards to Isaac not showing up? And he is even a police officer. So does it mean someone is shielding him, someone is covering up for him? So do Mary have to stay all her life suffering for a crime that she didn't commit, that someone inflicted on her? It's too much. Seeing and knowing that part of her body is already damaged, is already disfigured, and part of her body is not functioning anymore. Please, men that are into domestic violence, stop it, cease from it. Please don't harm other people's daughters, other people's children, all because of your anger and your temperament. Disease from harming other people's daughters or your wife or your fiance or whoever you are with. If you don't want this person anymore, you're so angry and pushed to the wall, like I would always say, take a step out, just walk away, stroll out, take a breather, receive some fresh air, and let it off your chest before you come back home. Don't stay there and listen to things, or don't stay there boiling in that anger. You pick up something, you hit the woman, or you start beating her up, and you end up inflicting serious injuries, because you can't expect the fist of a man to be soft. Definitely no. The hands of men are very, very hard, and if they hit you one, you wouldn't even know where you find yourself the next minute. And then they'll keep pounding these women and hitting them so hard like they are not living beings. Please desist from putting other people's children or women into such difficult situation, end up damaging parts of their body, end up disfiguring part of their body. They end up becoming deformed, some of these women, because they can't recover to being whom they used to be, all because the injuries you've inflicted on them. And please, women who are facing domestic violence, just like Mary had spoken up and her voice was heard, there are organizations that help to fight against this domestic violence. Please make your voice heard. Report, don't stay in silence. Don't wait until your life is taken away from you. As fast as you can, call help. Call someone so that people can hear your voice. Now her voice has been heard, and they are taking every step. That team, that's the domestic violence team in Lagos State, Nigeria, are taking every step possible to ensure that justice is served for her. The only issue now they have is Isaac coming out to face the charges of what he has committed. So please, it's always good to speak up. Once you speak up, you will definitely get the help you need. Don't die in silence. Please, women, speak up. And men, please, stop. Place these women you're beating up. Look at them like your sister, blood sister, your mother or your daughter. How would you feel if any of these people are treated the way you're treating these women? Will you be okay with it? Will you be happy about it? Think twice before you act. How you wouldn't want your sister, your mother, or your daughter to be treated, don't treat another person's child or daughter that way. Friends, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class, every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class, and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matpa, he is the teacher and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below. So please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matpa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below so you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matpa's Tube Mastery class and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again and God bless you all.